Going to be analyzing AUDUSD. I would like to start from the higher time frames as always anyway. So in this case we are having a 4-hour time frame. You could always start from the monthly, daily, but today I would like to start from the H4. So as you can see, the first thing you should always do when you open a chart is identify the trend. So a trend can either be uptrend, a downtrend, or a consolidation. So like in this case, the trend is on an uptrend, like the market is, the bulls are in total control of this market. And the next thing, a downtrend of course is the opposite. The sellers are the ones in control. But in this case we are having an uptrend. So the first thing after identifying the trend, we're going to mark the highest and lowest points of the market. So I would go in with my horizontal line and mark this is the highest point that the sellers could reach for now, and then this is the lowest point. So you want to look at the current market, like the current pricing. Not, you can't really start from something of Feb, March, January or something like that. You want to look at August and September. As you can see, from August, September and up to October here we've been having an uptrend. So those are the main parts we are going to be marking on our H1. So the next thing you're going to be marking is this. So what we've drawn is the resistance and the support. The resistance is this upper line. Maybe I could change its color. The one in orange is the resistance, and then the lower line in maroon is the support. So the resistance is the point whereby buyers cannot break past, and then the support is where an area where the sellers cannot break below. So once they reach that zone, they bounce off and head on to the opposite direction. So if you're to look closely at this chart, you realize that there is another major zone around here. So we are going to come in with our tool and still mark that area. So this is the area I'm talking about. This price has been acting up along that area. So as you can see, it came up. Once it reached, went down, went up, down, then headed up and back. It's at that same point at this moment in time. So if you're to look again, you realize that there is actually a pattern that has been created, a chart pattern. If you can see closely, it is here, a cup and handle. So this is what I'm talking about. You come on your tool under the geometric shapes, and then you're going to pick the arc. This is the tool we shall be using. So you just start from this point, tap on it to see that circle, then drag it to this point. May not be a very long line, then you tap also. You can try to make it straight, but if it doesn't, it's okay. So after, you just drag it downwards. Is that okay? So you just drag it down, then when you tap outside, it will be there. So the next thing is to just adjust it. So a cup and handle chart pattern is actually a continuation kind of pattern that tells you that price is going to continue in an uptrend. It can either be a cup and handle like this, like the way a cup, you see, they just visualize a cup with its handle. That is where the name of this pattern was derived from. So you can see this is the big cup, like the cup, and then the handle is right here. Let me just finish up this. It's up to around here. Yes. So for us to get the handle, we're just going to tap on this major cup and it will bring this display. So when you tap these three dotted lines, it will bring you this option. You just look for clone, and after you've tapped on it, it will bring like a copy of the other. So the other thing you do is just play around, resize it. You resize it in any way so that it can fit this handle here. Yeah, so you can see this was a really nice pattern that has been formed for us. And these patterns, by the way, they always form. Always, the market will always form these patterns. It is you to look out for. It is you to look out for them. So as a price action trader, these are the things that enable us to make the decision to either buy or sell. So after realizing this, like I said, our chart is on an uptrend, and we are seeing a cap and handle pattern. That means we are expecting buyers to be in more control. So what happened after this? You saw that price actually went up from this support. It went continue to go up, but when it reached this resistance, it came back down. So what do we do? What do we do in this case? We are going to go down on our H1 to have a more clear view. So coming down on our H1, you will see that price is at this resistance here, this particular support, I mean. And we are going to be using the help of the Fibonacci retracement tool to find our entries, because this market it's already a trending market, and you cannot just bump into it. So we want to see if it is safe for us to enter this trade at this time. So what we do, come under your drawing tools, and then you go under Gun and Fibonacci. There is this Fib retracement. It's the first option. So when you tap on it, you're going to just start from the end of the last week. You see that circle that formed, and then you just drag it. That point we are from is the swing low, so we just drag it up to the swing high. Yeah. So after you tap outside, and that's it. So what are we having in this case? When you're to look closely, you realize that the major points we look at for the Gun and Fibonacci, I mean the Fibonacci retracement, the main areas we look out for are the 50%, 61.8%. But in this case, our price has retraced up to 23.6%. The 50%, it already retraced to that point earlier on, so it continued up, and then it is again back at 23.6%. So it's also a good entry. We can use it as a good entry. And also the other confirmation we could use is this support, also this zone. If you're to go on a higher time frame, let's say daily, you're going to realize that this place has been retested many times. So you see this area, previously price has been retesting that area several times. So we expect some sort of action, some sort of price action off that point back to the buyers, to the buying side. So what we are going to do when you have a cap and handle, another thing you should know is that for you to measure your top profit, you just use the big, like the cap, you measure the size of the cap. So you come, so to measure our TP, we are going to just measure, you measure the distance that this has moved, like from this bottom up to this top. So you're going to measure how long or how many pips did it move, and then you're going to just bring it up here to the upside. So we are going to be going to our drawing tools, and from our drawing tools we are going to be, so to measure the distance that the buyers could potentially move to the upside, you come under your drawing tool and then you scroll down forecasting and measurement, there's this tool called price range, not data range. So it is price range. You tap on it, and then you're going to start measuring from the bottom of the cup up to the top. Yes, just like that, up to that black line. There is the support. So you tap out, and then you have that. So ideally the buyers have to move an equal distance like the one they move. So what you do, you tap on this we formed, and then you are going to just clone it, and then you come and then shift it, essentially move up to this area. Let me just mark it up to this point. So that's ideally from first principles, that is what it is supposed to do. So let me just make it in dashed line so that it's quite different. Yes, in dashed line. Okay, so that is it. So this next line here, let me just change the color because it may look okay, that green line there. So as you can see, our TP, the first one, has already been hit, and then it came back to retest. So obviously, you know, the market has to come back for a retest before heading up. So the next market move from this support here, it is most likely to go back up, and this could be our potential take profit. Like, you could decide to break it down into sections so that you be like, from this support here, you're having a take profit 1 to this orange resistance, and then you could decide that from our orange resistance, our take profit 2 could be here to this other line. So this other line, let me make it pink. Yes, that pink dotted line could be our take profit 2, then 3, and so on and so forth. So if whenever the principle of moving to the next take profit depends on the reaction at the next resistance. So if we are having here, if price reaches the orange line here, the orange resistance, we are supposed to see some kind of breakout retest before we enter more buys. But currently we could enter our buys at this point because we've already seen that the market, anyway, the overall trend is an uptrend. So it could still go back down, but after that, overall the trend the market has is bullish, and it will obviously go back up. So that's the sweetness of using the upper time frames, that they give you an overall picture, in that even if you come to the lower time frame and you're seeing something else, you're sure about your analysis. So you come and place with your long tool, you just come. So that's what you are targeting. That's about 124 pips. So that's some good money, no? And then our take profit shall just make it a bit like that, like just a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So let's see how this trade plays out, and I hope you've understood something today about the cup and handle. Yeah, so it's a pattern that will always form in market. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to discuss with you today. Today is the 7th October 2024. Let's see how this plays out. So I'll be posting the results of this trade and see how it plays out. Please comment down below what you think about AUDUSD, and let's discuss more in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Love you.